Class of 2023, please be seated. Good morning, friends and family of the Class of 2023. My name is Ellie Steinbrunner, and I want to thank the Board of Education, faculty, staff, family, and friends for being here today to celebrate the many accomplishments of my classmates that they have worked so hard for during the past 4 years. I want to take a moment to overview the time we have all spent together, not only as classmates, but for many of us, friends. Although we have achieved so many things within the classroom, the time we have spent together outside of Loveland High School will be the moments that we truly remember as we endeavor into our futures. For myself, the memories that I know I will hold near and dear to my heart will include those spent with the people close to me. I know many of my classmates feel the same as they mention some of their favorite memories from high school to be the Robotics National Championships, the Spirit Club Homecoming Float, meeting lifelong friends in marching band, chanting after a huge show choir win, women's soccer beating Milford and celebrating with the students section, Mr. Jones' drama class, being a part of the Wizard of Oz, rec basketball games with friends, freshman year cross country, football beating West Claremont junior year and running a victory lap, cross country going to California, baseball's playoff game during the school day junior year, Kristen Dygert's hole-in-one during golf season junior year, the last day of junior year skipping 7th bell to play basketball, and many more. Although these moments only make up a fraction of the time we have spent with one another, I know that each of us will hold our own memories close to our hearts as we begin to make new ones in our futures. Congratulations, Class of 2023. I hope your fond memories grow with you as you take on a new and much bigger world. Thank you.
A lot of people here. Hello, my name is Sam Panico, and I'm the Student Council Vice President for the Class of 2023. It is my honor to introduce the guests seated on the stage today. Guests, please rise as I call your name. Board of Education President, Dr. Catherine Lorenz. Board Member Eileen Washburn. Superintendent Mike Broadwater. Assistant Superintendent Stacy Puerta. Director of Human Resources Garth Collier. Director of Student Services Jesse Coles. Live Oak's Assistant Dean of Instruction, Amy Euchre. Assistant Principal, Brian Knatzer. Assistant Principal, Mary Beth Corbin. Director of Student Athletics, Rich Bryant. Senior Class Advisor, Katie Burkett. School Counselor, Chris Fry. School Counselor, Jamie Gordon. School Counselor, Jamie Hamilton. School Counselor, Amy Mason. And Career and College Counselor, Drews Mitchell. Thank you. And at this time, if able, please rise for the playing of our national anthem by the LHS Orchestra. Please be seated. I'd like to introduce our 2023 class president, the myth, the man, the legend, Knox Sarver.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am because we're finally graduating. My name is Knox Sarver, and I'm the senior class president. This year was an amazing year. It seemed to go by in such an instant. It's crazy to think about all the memories we have made since freshman year. So much has changed. We've truly grown up. Well, not all of us. Andrew Meese. I'm telling you guys, he deserved that. I'm incredibly excited to be standing here with the opportunity to speak in front of a crowd like this. Well, actually, I've been nervous about this for weeks on end. Finding the right words to explain what a phenomenal year this was is hard. So I want to explain this year some stories from this year. The Anderson basketball game. The Anderson basketball games where the students got kicked out of the game, as well as my friends and I for going to stand in their empty student section. Painting our parking spots as a class for the first time ever, and painting our paws on the Tiger Walkway for the first and last time. Our football team's 4-game win streak that started with the 14-13 victory over Lebanon when we rushed the field and the fireworks went off. That night represents what makes Loveland so special. We're all together with the common goal of supporting our team and having fun. My personal favorite was the men's basketball upset victory over Kings on their court. Funny enough, the last thing I was expecting was in a celebratory mosh pit on the court was to see the man himself, Coach Rob Reese, right in there with us. When that one kid forgot to pull his parking brake and his car ran into the ticket booth. And funny enough, this bit was added last night at about midnight after the track team won a men's district title for the first time in school history. I want to thank Coach Brian Williams, who's been my hurdles coach for the last 4 years. I'm gonna miss the shenanigans that high school brings. All of those memories are just small tidbits of what and who our senior class is. We've accomplished so much during our time here at Loveland High School. We should be proud of our accomplishments we have made and be excited for what's to come. We survived high school and we're one step closer to becoming an adult and doing better things, hopefully. We've had a great 4 years together, class of 2023, and I hope to see you all again once our paths finally cross. What will your legacy be? Thank you.
And now I'd like to introduce the senior ensemble performing the Irish Blessing.
Hello, class of 2023. I'm Sage Bushstone, and I am truly proud and honored to be standing before you today as Salutatorian. I first want to take a moment to express my appreciation to everyone who made it possible for us to be here today. To the parents, teachers, coaches, and mentors, thank you. We would not be here without all of your support and guidance. I was thinking about what to put in my speech. What will be our legacy, right? How do I condense 13 years of our academic lives into a short 3-minute speech? Because I'm going into information technology, I considered using ChatGPT to brainstorm ideas. But I quickly realized that, well, ChatGPT just doesn't have the memories of this school that I or any one of you do. With that in mind, I want to share some of the things I've learned over my school career. And no, I'm not going to talk about the fundamental theorem of calculus or the themes in The Great Gatsby or the impact of Ivan Pavlov's work on behavioral psychology, but rather a nugget of wisdom I have gained throughout my years at Loveland. Don't avoid taking risks because you are afraid of being unsuccessful. This is something that I've struggled with in my life. Unfortunately, no one is immune to failure, but what I've realized is that without discomfort, there is no growth. When you stop playing it safe, you boost your confidence, develop your skills, and discover unforeseen opportunities. As Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. And I encourage you to do. Of course, to do that, you need courage. This is, I believe, something you all have learned in at least some capacity. Loveland schools have provided you with the training wheels you've needed to flourish. And indeed, you've gone out of your way to be bold, to have the courage to try out for football, to audition for theater, to take that AP course, to seek out community service opportunities, to become section leader in band. Courage is crucial as we leave LHS and enter the adult world. Courage will give you the confidence to be unique, which brings me to my next point. Cultivate individuality in everything you do. If you don't know me, I'm sure you've at least seen me around the school. I wear just about the same outfit, shorts, a t-shirt with a pun, and a teal sweatshirt, every day with slight variations. And in fact, it's been dubbed my uniform by Mr. Crumley. Sadly, it's not considered socially acceptable to wear shorts in the dead of winter, so there's my individuality on full display. Be cringe, but be free. Besides my own example, I've seen every one of you growing your sense of self as you pursue your passions. For the student artists, show choir performers, and members of robotics teams, keep doing what you love because the world will be a better place for it. Be unapologetically yourself. Every one of you has the power to take what you have learned from your time at LHS and apply it to the rest of your life. There are countless lessons that we have been taught by teachers, parents, and our peers. If there's anything I want you to take with you as you receive your diplomas and graduate, it's this: have courage, and use that courage to take risks, stretch yourselves beyond your comfort zone, and shape yourself into the person you want to be. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Evan Osgood, and I am honored to be speaking to you today as your 2023 LHS Valedictorian. I will keep this brief, as I know that outside of a few wonderful folks in the crowd, I am not the student that most of you are here for today. Nonetheless, I'd like to take this opportunity to share a piece of wisdom that has helped me along my journey that I think may help some of you along yours. You see, I'm very fortunate that at a relatively young age, I've had the opportunity to meet some pretty cool people. People who have climbed the corporate ladder to lead businesses and companies. People who have won over the public to reach some of the highest offices in our political system. And whenever I meet someone who has achieved that traditional image of success, I always ask them a question. I ask them, if you reflect on your life and the path that you've taken through your career, what is something that you wish that you had known earlier? Whether it be a specific skill, a life lesson, or anything that would have made that path easier, or that would have helped you reach even higher than where you are today. It's a very open-ended question, and yet time and time again, I get the same response. Now, I'm no Miss Burkett, but if all of these successful people across vastly different industries are giving a similar answer to such a broad question, then that answer must be pretty important. So what is it? What is this golden nugget of wisdom that all of these successful people are hiding up their sleeves? Let me share my favorite response that I've gotten, which comes from a businessman named Sam. Sam helms an organization that helps people across industries and around the globe achieve their own definition of success. I asked him the question, and after he thought about it for a moment, he said, "Evan, I wish that I understood the value of failure earlier in my life." And I said, "Sam, what are you talking about? You literally run a company that's based on success." And he said, "That's exactly my point, Evan. The thing that I wish that I had understood earlier is that behind every successful person is a wall full of participation trophies." The point that Sam went on to make, and that so many others made when I asked that question, is that successful people have a growth mindset. They recognize that failure is the one and only path to improvement, and through that improvement, long-term success. Elon Musk is one of the richest people in the world because when his first rocket at SpaceX didn't even reach orbit, he didn't give up. He and his team took that utter failure and used it as a lesson. They identified the problem, they fixed it, and they became better rocket scientists. So that when their second rocket launched, it was a different problem that caused a complete failure. And with that new failure came a new lesson, a new improvement, a process that repeated until the fourth rocket, with the company on the brink of bankruptcy, succeeded. Even literal rocket science is just a matter of learning from mistakes and failures. As you all enter the next stage of your life, I'd encourage you to adopt that same growth mindset. Embrace failure as an opportunity to grow. Enjoy being uncomfortable because it means that your comfort box is growing. Understand that, hold on a second, lost my place. Have to look down. That was the big delivery too, I can't believe it. Learn from the mistakes that you make today so that you make fewer and better mistakes tomorrow. Do things not because they are easy, but because they are hard, and because the next time that you do them, they won't be. I'd like to wish you all a huge congratulations, and I'd like to give a special thank you to all of the teachers, mentors, and supporters who have helped me reach higher than I ever thought possible. Go Tigers. And now performing I Lived is our residence seniors.
You don't feel the fall.
that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know you gave it all you had. That you don't suffer, take hope when the moment comes. You say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. Done. Hope that you spend your days all that I've done. When that sun goes down, raise your cup. Done. I wish that I could witness. Done. Until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mike Broadmoor. I'm the superintendent here at Loveland, and I am honored to be speaking to our graduates for 2023. And I want to first say thank you to our orchestra and our choirs, Ms. Birkin and Mr. Miller. Give them a round of applause for such a great job. Also, to our student speakers, I'm going to try and remember, we got Ellie, we have Sam, we have Knox, we have Sage, and we have Evan. You guys did a great job, and I appreciate you doing that. That's not easy, so great job. So yesterday, we had some parents that got a hold of me and said, hey, let's have a senior parade through the elementary and through the primary. And we had quite a few seniors go through, and you could see the young kids looking way up and go, wow, they're big and they're smart. And you were the role models for them. And you know what? Maybe we'll make them the role models for you today. And so I, instead of imparting my wisdom, which would be really brief, what I did was have 5 third graders give me advice that they would give to all of our seniors. So I'm going to go ahead and read those off. And I thought about inviting those third graders, they're about 8 years old, inviting them so we could say thank you in person. But then I remember as a parent having an 8-year-old, and I thought, you know what, I'll do the parents a favor, and we'll read it. And the next best thing, here's our first young man. This is Leo. And I will tell you, to our graduates out there, your parents, your guardians, everybody in here, this is how they see you, right? They can't believe this is here already, but it is, and I'm excited for you. So Leo, his advice, he said, when you graduate, pick something you enjoy and are good at. You don't want to pick something you hate or are terrible at, because you might not get lots of money and it won't be fun for you. That's pretty good. Leo's pretty good. So I'm gonna paraphrase what I think each one means, because I think where they were trying to make it simple for me, they understand, I might not understand, but I think what Leo was saying was find your passion, stick with it. When you're pursuing a passion, it's not gonna be a job. And when you find something that you really enjoy, the money's going to follow. It may take a while to find your passion. That's okay. But Leo had some pretty good advice there, and I thank him. Next, I have Madison, and this is Madison, her third grade picture. I'm not sure you can see it, but she's got cat ears on. So Madison is awesome third grader, and she said to our graduates, "Good job graduating. If you choose to bake, I would suggest wearing gloves," which is pretty good. So what I'm thinking is apparently Madison has seen somebody baking and burnt themselves, and they said, you know what, that person, the next time they bake, they're probably going to wear gloves. And I think the bigger message she was trying to say was, you're going to make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. Learn from them. It's okay. You can be a goldfish, like Ted Lasso says, and just learn, but forget about it quick and move on. And I think a definition of success for me is how you handle adversity. And that's a good way of saying, make sure you wear gloves when you're baking, I think Madison was trying to say. Our third student, and I've got 5, so we're almost halfway through. Third student is Colton. There's Colton, good-looking young man. Colton said, be yourself, travel, do what you, in capitals, do what you want to do. And I believe Colton is telling our graduates that before you can take care of anyone else, you got to take care of yourself. Before you can fill somebody else's bucket, you have to fill your bucket. Take care of yourself and it's okay. Or he meant just travel, which is okay too. Either one is pretty good advice. So I thank Colton for that advice. Next we have number 4 is Olivia. There's a lot of Olivias in the third grade. I think that was a popular name back then. But Olivia said, follow your heart. And what I think Olivia was really trying to say was, follow your heart. It's pretty simple. Just follow your heart. And it's going to be hard because you're going to have people outside. There's a lot of noise, right? You hear a lot of talking. Figure out who you are and follow your heart, and you're going to be okay. So that was very good advice from Olivia. And our last student, third grader, is Genevieve. A great name, Genevieve. And Genevieve said, always remember to have pizza and ice cream once in a while, because that is very important. And I can tell you, I try and follow that advice as much as I can. But I'm pretty sure what Genevieve was saying is it's okay to stop, relax, learn from your mistakes, move on. It's going to be okay. You made it. You're here, you're sitting here, you're graduating, you made it. Or what Genevieve is saying, she really likes pizza and ice cream, and so you should have some too. But that's pretty good advice. So I want to say thank you to those third graders. I think that as you look at it, that's only 9 years from now for them. 9 years from now for our graduates, you're going to be what, about 27, 28? There's a lot of life in between there, and what you choose to do with it, I know you're going to be successful using what we always say at Loveland, which is care, respect, and responsibility, caring for other people, caring for yourself, being respectful, and being responsible. So with that, before I end, I do want to recognize our graduates who will serve and protect our country. So those students that are going to be attending a military academy, are going to serve in the armed forces, or are joining the ROTC, please stand so we could recognize you. Please remain standing. Remain standing. And with that, I would also like to recognize all of the veterans and the current servicemen and servicewomen in the audience. If you could please rise so we could say thank you. Thank you for all of you've done and will continue to do for this great country. With that, I say congratulations to our graduates, our parents, our grandparents, aunts, uncles, everyone else who's out here that played a part in these students' success. And to our graduates, I have loved being your superintendent, getting to know you. You've done a great job. I am so very proud of you. And the last word of wisdom I would give you is always remember to have pizza and ice cream once in a while, because that's very important. So congratulations to each and every one of you. Go forth, go succeed, go Tigers. It is now my pleasure to introduce Loveland High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Brian Knetzer.
Welcome, family, friends, community members, faculty, Board of Education, but most importantly, the Loveland High School Class of 2023. Before I begin, I kindly ask the audience that during the presentations of the diplomas in just a few minutes, which is why we're all here, to please hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. We want to ensure that every family hears their graduate's name called. Thank you. Today, like you and the audience, I am a parent first and foremost. Yet I also have the honor and privilege of speaking to the class of 2023. Time flies, and here we are. Some of us celebrating our first graduate, such as myself, and some of us celebrating our last. Seniors, you have worked very hard to become a Loveland High School graduate, yet you did not do it alone. To our Loveland family, friends, and relatives, thank you for your hard work, your love, and patience that helped these graduates get here today. Thank you to our faculty and staff who have supported you throughout your journey. A special thanks to Mrs. Burkett, your class advisor. Also to Mrs. Gordon and Mrs. Renner for planning and organizing this commencement ceremony. Class of 2023, as a group, you have faced unexpected challenges. I think I'm the first to admit it up here on the stage today. I hate to say it, but COVID and all of its hardships that you went through. I remember your spring of your freshman year. School and activities were immediately shut down and you were forced into isolation. Google Meets and Zoom became the norm. Then your sophomore year, you began to feel a connection, but you could only come every other day. We all had to stay 6 feet away. Everyone was in masks. No student sections were permitted to cheer you on, and if you wanted to perform concerts, you had to do it outside rather than in your auditorium. But your junior year, you started to become a whole again, and overcoming these challenges, you just could not and would not be contained anymore. Obviously, a lot of these have been mentioned. I cannot list all the individual or the group accomplishments, but I do want to provide a few examples and a few memories. Your junior year, Tiger Nation became alive. We had the greatest student section in the state and the best band in the land. Cross-country team said, we're flying out to the West Coast. We're going to LA. We're going to compete on a national stage. Our Bionic Tigers robotics traveled to Houston to compete and succeed at Worlds. Powder Puff resumed, and you as juniors, you beat the seniors. Now look at you graduating seniors, reaching beyond the comforts of your Loveland community, winning homecoming week, big deal. Your philanthropy efforts this past fall with your local Loveland nonprofits. This year's show choir traveling to Boston to perform, our band traveling to Disney, getting the attention of our state representative for our Scholastic Art Award winners. Hope Squad being one of the only schools in the area chosen for a hashtag Murals with a Mission. Tigers Inc. backing our local businesses with Impact Night, and Kiddo & Company coming to perform alongside our Strings program. When we, all of these adults who love you, look at you, we see hope, we see fortitude, resilience, dreams, passions, your challenges and your successes, your fun and your misadventures, your plans and your worries. At prom, as we all watched in your chosen senior song, We Are Young, two phrases stuck out to me that I believe envelop your class of 2023. The first phrase being, so let's set the world on fire. You have shown through your accomplishments in the face of adversity that this is your destiny, which leads to the second phrase, we can burn brighter than the sun. If you continue to see adversity as an opportunity, your light will continue to shine. And if you ever feel your light getting a little dim, reach out to those who will continue to feed your fire, your brightness. Class of 2023, you did it. Congratulations. Dr. Lorenz, our board president, I present to you the future of our society, the class full of difference makers, kind and considerate young people, the Loveland High School Class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Knatzer. As you can tell from the program, my job today is to get this presentation of diplomas started. I do have a couple of words to say before that. I promise it's a very short couple of thoughts. My task this morning is to speak on behalf of the Board of Education, and I want to continue the welcome to family and friends, and thank you all for entrusting your students to Loveland Schools. More importantly, I bring congratulations from the board to the class of 2023. I have said at quite a few graduations before this one that the best day to serve as a board member is graduation day. We are all so very proud of you and your accomplishments. In fact, this is my 32nd year as a member of the Loveland Board of Education. My first graduation ceremony took place on the football field of the old high school. Not the old high school, but the old high school that's now the middle school, and the graduation was held on the football field behind the school. The audience sat on the concrete stands, the graduates sat on the football field, and the thunderstorm that rolled in over Loveland almost ended the ceremony early. This venue is a much better graduation venue, I think you'll all agree. I've also participated in graduations in the new high school on the football field, in the new high school gym, and several here in Cintas Center. I've had the privilege of handing diplomas to countless grads, including my own 2 children who attended Loveland schools from kindergarten through 12th grade. Here in the Cintas Center, I've had the honor of watching many staff members guide our students through this process. Thank you to all of you here today. Many Cintas Center employees have taken great care of us here, even to handing out tissues to crying grads. So if there's anybody crying here, there may be a Cintas Center employee with a tissue for you. We thank you. We thank all of those Cintas Center employees for providing this venue. This is likely my last Loveland graduation speech. And when Ellie and Sam and Knox and Sage and Evan spoke, I was reminded of my very first graduation speech at my own high school graduation a few years ago. I quoted the Reverend Billy Graham, who in his book, World Aflame, talked about a world on fire, the fires of passion, of greed, of hate. In our world today, we still see fiery passions, strongly held beliefs, harm that comes from greed or hate. We still have a lot of work to do. I believe that education, and particularly public education, is the key to completing that work. You, the class of 2023, have had much educational support here in Loveland Schools and in our community. And there are many more educational opportunities that await you, whether you are choosing the world of work, a military career, the possibilities of higher education. I urge you to take advantage of all the educational opportunities that come your way. The current Board of Education is composed of a medical doctor, a minister, a retired businessman, and 2 career educators. And that's not a joke. We're not going to walk into a bar or anything. All of us encourage you to keep learning and ask you to continue to support the learning of all the citizens of our country. Education, I believe, is one of the greatest rights and responsibilities of our society. It's yours for the asking. Help keep it that way. And now, congratulations. Let's get you those diplomas.
Evan Bernard Osgood. Sage Marin Bushstone. Austin Damon Smith. Dylan Richie Smith. Elena Maeve Hentz. Carmen Rebecca Noy. Kemper McQuaid Egan. Broderick Von Mers. Allison Mary Carolyn Colgate. William Robert Gerstemeyer. Kylie Lynn Dunlap. Ellie Louise Steinbrunner. Knox Davis Sarver. Samuel George Panico. Allison Marsh Ginder. Ellie Grace Zicka. Ty Joshua Harder. Andrew Grayson Meese. Caitlin Elizabeth Faye Adams. Chase Anthony Alberts. Luke Patrick Aldridge. William Henry Allendorf. Destiny Eva Alexis Andrews. Theodore John Andrews. Samuel Ryan Aness. Caden Joseph Apodaca. Lauren Maria Arellano. Kirsten Arill. Madeline Mary Armstrong. Cody Ryan Arnold. Anissa Astropova. Allison Ray Austin. Mia Catherine Bachman. Cameron Ray Baronsfather. Natalie Janelle Bach. Stephen Robert Bartnick. Oh. Gemma Valentina Dwight Bates. Julia Ellen Stephanie Bailiff. Sean Moeller Bailing. Benjamin Milo Bessler. Lindsay Marie Benniger. Luke Alexander Blaker. Victoria Joyce Bloom. Angela Faye Bober. Connor Stephen Bond. Alexandra Kate Bonai. Elizabeth Claire Bonai. Dylan Dakota Borchers. Parker Elijah Braddock. Jade Marie Bradford. William O'Leary Bradley. Sean Andrew Braley. Cole Emery Brock. Samuel Christopher Brolman. Paige Michelle Browerman. Jordan Mackay Brooker. Dylan Ray Brown. Reagan Reed Brunette. Joshua Jarrell Bryant. Alan Thomas Bush. Joseph Vincent Peter Cadwallader. Cole Douglas Kerrigan. Ryan Christopher Cathy. Peyton Isabella Cronister. Paulina Ashvina Chaluk. Ella Michael Clemens. Angel Diana Klaus. Alexander Daniel Klaus. Lillian Virginia Coleman. Joseph Ryan Combs. Madison Aaron Knatzer. Taylor Renee Cooper. Andrew Jacob Cordell. Michaela Lee Cornelius. Chase Robert Crawford. Hayden Orlando Crisofi. Paige Ellen Crowley. Anna Helen Dahlquist. Michael John Dukoski. Evan Michael Danziger Cruz. Faith Ann Doherty. Aiden Gray Davidson. Brandon Douglas Dawes. Ryan Lawrence Deem. Alexandria Noel Despotakis. Addison Grace Dillon. Morgan Christine DeSanto. Ethan John Diskowski. Joshua Randall Dews. Caden Wayne Dyer. Kristen Elizabeth Dygert.
Josephine Helene Early. Kylie Michelle Eckert. John Michael Eha. Tyler Christian Evans. Ryan Christine Eversole. Trey Alexander Fallon. Jackson Matthew Farrell. Michaela Gabrielle Feldman Wheeler. Joseph Michael Falia. Vincent Carmine Fiorini. Jacob William Foley. Gwyneth Grace Fulton-Logan. Marin Lynn Forte. Parker Lewis Frazier. Ethan Henry Freeland. Braden Gabriel Fritsch. Matthew Scott Fuller. Owen Tingley Gaylor. Eden Jade Givens. Casey Faith Grader. Nyla Melissa Grant. Kara Elizabeth Hadland. Carly Lynn Hahn. Trisha Marie Halili Fels. Andrew William Rui Hallquist. Joseph Allen Rui Hallquist. Kaylee Janelle Hammer. Courtney Nicole Hainline. Ryan Joseph Harden. Drew Michael Hansen. Grant Joseph Hansen. Claire Rose Hansen. Brooke Aline Hatfield. Grace Lottie Hott. Sierra Nicole Hurd. Stephen James Heimkreiter. Andrew Gannon Hendricks. Reese William Hetzel. Sarah Marie Hyatt. Alexander Eugene Hildebrand. Brendan Edward Hines. Paul Malik Fahad Hawker. Christina Renee Horline. Dylan Michael Hogberg. Ella Marie Hollander. Thomas Bernard Hollenkamp. Abigail K. Holman. Miles Alexander Horton. Bronte Marie Houchins. Kendall Paxton Hubble. Evan David Huey. Olivia Ray Huff. Tyler Joseph Huff. Mason Michael Huffstetter. Lily Elizabeth Hummer. Owen McQuinn Huing. Ella Michelle James. Ryan Francis James. Quinn Michael Jenkins. Sydney Michelle Jenkins. George Henry Jewell. Gabriel Matthew Johnson. Tanner James Jordan. Sophia Louise Kapsakevich. Julia Rose Kavoris. Megan Rose Kelly. Courtney Ann Keyser. Andrew Scott Kimmy. Benjamin Robert Curlin. Cole Edward Kissick. Emma Marie Kist. Owen Donald Kist. Nathan David Klein. Andrew Hayden Klenke. Noah Christian Klein. Evan Daniel Kosht. Catherine Lee Kraybacher. Aubrey Elizabeth Kroll.
Mason Edward Lifefook. Gavin Kent Lamb. Amani Nari Lambert. Killian Lawrence Larkin. Peyton Michael Larrick. Noah Henry Lee. Paige Catherine Libby. I don't know. Elizabeth Ann Lip. Talia Frances Little. Dylan Kelly Livengood Williams. Savannah May Logan. Ryan Paul Albert Lohman. Alexis Adolfo Loja. Lucas Gabriel Lamacchia. Isabel Suzanne Lewis. Skylar Isabel Lundeen. Ryan Edward Luniak. Ella Nicole Madsen. William Corning Benton Mansfield. Ezekiel Jonathan Morosco. Campbell Grace Massey. Luke Christopher Maddox. Matthew Paul McCarthy. Callum John McGill. Thomas Finn McKenzie. Matthew Edward McNally. Charles John Meckie. Santiago Medellin. Evan Carson Miller. Shelby Nicole Mills. Rowan Martin Mirza. Maria Isabella Monfreda. Abigail Josephine Moore. Samantha Meredith Moore. Ethan Patrick Morgenthaler. Brady Edward Moscone. Grace Marie Muchmore. Caitlin Renee Mummert. Alexander James Muse. Katie Ann Angel Napier. Kaylee Joy Needham. Kenneth Gabriel Nicely. Jacob Andrew Nolan. Tyler Duncan Oakes. Shojahan Oblakulo. Mason Kenneth Olesko. Beza Mariam Azbudak. Mia Leona Marilyn Palmer. Andrew Lee Parton. Evan Michael Patterson. Carter Thomas Pendulum. Zachary Roger Peebles. Nicholas William Peebles. Jackson Woodrow Perusic. Cameron Michael Petrilla. Alexa Taryn Pillay. Amelie Nicole Pillay. John Michael Pizzamenti. Nicholas James Pizzamenti. Kylie Elizabeth Poe. Brianna Jo Powell. Madeline Ray Pulliam. Olivia K. Raby. Olivia Grace Riegard. Gavin Paul Ritter. Jehazel Rivera Diaz. Boston Valentine Grace Rogers. Oh, yes. Daniel Antonio Ruiz.
Trent Michael Saman. Alexander Charles Saletta. Nathan James Salm. Kylie Rose Sandker. Srinivas Shankaranarayanan. Lucy Elizabeth Schaefer. Annabelle Joy Shamel. Graham David Shesley. Grant Ford Shesley. Nathan Joel Schuler. Nicholas John Schuler. Maria Luisa Grace Akasha Schultz. Dylan J. Schwinn. Antonio Reese Sealdo. Jacob Thomas Sewell. Erica Jean Sims. Simone Singh. Ella Grace Skolnicki. Kayla Nicole Sloan. Megan Kelly Smith. Olivia Ruth Smith. Chase Allen Heasley. John Thomas Stanton. Brady Lee Steiner. Larry O'Brien Stevenson. Maya Reagan Stokes. Rennie Georgia Strakova. Griffin Steele Studebaker. Ryan Distant Sullivan. Colby Gage Surrey. Benjamin Joseph Savikovich. Jacob Andrew Svikovich. Dominic Christopher Swanson. Caitlin Kai Tallman. Millicent Eve Tersellick. Ruthie Marie Timon. Cameron Christopher Viral. Louise Marie Vermeil. Allison Grace Vopel. Kayla Ann Walsh Pignone. Isabella Bryn Walton. Eva Caroline Walzer. Catherine Ann Watson. Ava McKinley Webb. Matthew Lawrence Weiner. Bailey Lauren Wiseman. Jared Michael Whirling. Ainsley Justine Wessel. Ava Jean Westfall. Ashley Elizabeth Willett. Emily Catherine Williams. Katarina Ann Wilmans. Anya Grace Winfield. Ty Anthony Zurgis. Rebecca Marie Groh. Marina Shea Worley. Lydia Genevieve Jazeski. Naya Faith Smolinski. Rory Reese Smolinski. Parvina Nomozova. Alex Avery Nunn. Alexander Stephen Harrison. Sean Michael Morris. Tristan Davis Greatorex.
Graduates, please rise and prepare to turn your tassel. On behalf of the class of 2023, we accept these diplomas.